Welcome to another edition of Mike's MMO Corner. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to hit the street, and today I will be reviewing basically free-to-play game called Allods, and I do use that term free-to-play loosely, but we'll get into another vlog about that whole thing. We're going to talk about Allods today. And like I said, we're going to hit the street and actually going to interview somebody. He's a fellow gamer, friend / subscriber of mine. And he's actually done the full review. I couldn't even download the game. I've tried twice, and it basically just gives me an error message. And the first time it actually seized up my machine, so I don't like it already. Just because of that. So, you know, I go to download it, save it in a folder, I go to execute or run it, and it's just like doof. That Windows sound, it goes doof. Yeah, then I couldn't X out of it, kept clicking it, kept making a noise. So I don't know if you guys got any tips. I mean, I've got a fairly powerful machine, and for some reason it just doesn't like the game. So anyway, other than that, the stuff our guest today, Grant, has told me about it. Basically, he's probably got a little bit of a laundry list there going about stuff that it's not sounding too good. Just like I said, the stuff I'm hearing about it. We talked about free to play a little bit. Some of my other episodes, it sounds like this one, it's free to play, but you have to use the store in order to progress in the game, which, how is that free to play? You got to get this particular item, otherwise you're not going to be powerful enough to be able to defeat creatures past level, or whatever the hell level he said, 5 or 6 or something like that. Not quite sure, but we're going to get into this once we hit the street here, coming up here. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, we're back. Mike's MMO Corner. We're on location here in Naperville, and I'm going to be interviewing Grant here. He's a fellow gamer / subscriber, and like I told you earlier in the interview, I had a little bit of a problem downloading the game and such, so he was able to actually get through all that and actually play the game, and so we're going to hear a little bit from him. And why don't you go ahead and take it away, Grant? Let's see what you got to offer here.
Will do, Mike. I started recently getting back into computer gaming, and I didn't really want to pay for any sort of games until Diablo 3 came out. So I heard a lot of things about Allods, wanted to give it a try, see if it was something that would hold me over until Diablo 3 came out. And like he said, I was able to download it. I played it for a while, so I'm just going to kind of break down little segments of it and give you my take on the overall quality of the game. To start, the graphics are absolutely gorgeous in this game. I mean, it's created by G-Potato, which is based out of Russia. They actually had a $12 million budget to create this game. So the graphics are easily on par with World of Warcraft, and immediately when you get into the game, it looks exactly like World of Warcraft. Actually, scary almost on how similar it is. The quests have the question marks and the exclamation points over top of them, and all the text above the characters look exactly like World of Warcraft. Even the quest log looks exactly like World of Warcraft. So the character customization is great. There's actually 8 playable classes in it. Just your basic classes: the Warrior, Paladin, Scout, Healer, Warden, Mage, Summoner, and Scientist. And then inside of those, there's actually 28 subclasses based on what race you pick, and it'll give you a special ability based on what class you are. I actually played it was a mage. It was like the robot. I forget the race. It was the robot class, and basically I got an extra powerful Astral Bolt spell that stunned the enemy. I mean, it was pretty useful. It was pretty much my main opener when I started leveling my character. As far as gameplay goes, it's pretty fluid. I mean, like I said, it's eerily similar to World of Warcraft. There are some quirky animations with certain characters, like the class that I played, the male side of it. He kind of runs kind of dorky, like he's bow-legged. And then
someone made a comment that why do all these characters run like they have to take a shit
yes,
in this game?
It does look like they have a twig up their ass. Most of them does. But I played a female character, and she ran pretty much normally. The one big problem I had with the gameplay side of it was the jumping. The jumping, I don't know if it was how they laid out terrains or what it was, but the jumping is just beyond hard. In fact, one of the...
Is this the typical spacebar jump?
Yeah, it's a typical spacebar jump, and like your character seems to float a little bit and then land and not land where you wanted him to. Like certain areas where you didn't think he could jump to, he can't jump to, and then little jumps that you expect to make, you can't make. So I don't know, it's very frustrating. As far as the gameplay in combat goes, Allods doesn't have an auto attack system. So it's not you hit the Z button and you hack and hack and hack. There's none of that. You actually have to queue up each one of your either normal attacks, your abilities, or your spells. So it kind of makes it a little more interesting because you're constantly on your toes. But the one drawback is since there is no auto attack, the fights seem to drag on. And by drag on, I mean it takes you quite a while to kill something even your own level, let alone below your level. Like when I was playing at level 17, I was still taking a little while to kill something that was level 10. So I mean,
well, are they compensating with the experience for this fact, or?
No, not really. In fact, I'll get into the experience change a little bit on what they just did with the recent patch. Other than that, the actual skill tree layout is very unique. You have two different trees essentially. You have your normal skills, which your class will receive regardless of what race you are. And then inside the class there's actually a ruby tree as well. The skill tree, you get a skill point every level. But certain skills, like to get it level 1 you put 1 skill point in, to get it level 2 you have to get 2. So essentially you have to gain 3 levels to get level 2 of one skill. Right. And the ruby tree becomes unlocked to you at level, I want to say it was 8. Don't quote me on that, it might be 10. But you actually have to buy a ruby, and then there's 3 different grids. For the mage class, there was the fire, ice, and lightning grids, and it allows for tons of customization within that. So I mean, you could go obviously all lightning if you wanted. What most do is hybrids between ice and fire, but there's additional spells within those. Right. And then on top of that, passive abilities that you can spend ruby points on. And things like that, so just allows for a lot of character customization.
Hey guys, this will conclude the first part of my Mike's MMO Corner, episode 3. The video ran kind of long. It was probably about 24-25 minutes worth of footage between me talking and then interviewing Grant, and there's a lot of good stuff that he's talking about regarding the Allods game. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 3-part little series for my episode 3 here. So this will conclude episode 1, and I'm just going to keep editing and just post episode 2 and 3 right away. Just got to make a few splices and whatnot. But YouTube only allows so much time per episode. So we're going to take a fast break on this one, and we'll get you into episode 2 and 3, and we'll just do it like that, whatever. And coming up here in part 2, you'll actually see me kind of have almost a heat stroke here, because keep in mind it is 100+ degrees, and we're standing out in the, outside in the parking lot, and on asphalt and everything like that, and it was just, man, it was hot. So I had to take a dip off camera for a quick water break there, but But, it's really not like I need to be in the frame anyway, because, Grant's doing the review, so he's going to take it away and here in episode 2 shortly. So, if you don't see it right on the page in YouTube, make sure you go to my channel, Mike's MMO Corner, all one word, no spaces and no apostrophes, nothing like that, and check out the rest of it. Thanks for watching.